Assalamualaikum and Salam Satu Malaysia. Welcome back to the lecture for the course CBPM 4103 IT Project Management. This is our last session where we will discuss the last phase in project management lifecycle, project closure or termination. I would like to share with you a phrase. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Do you think that the final phase of a project have the same importance as the early phase of a project? The answer is yes. The project lifecycle stages have the same importance. Project termination or closure is the final phase, but you need the project to be evaluated and then to be handed over to the customer, the system owner. Let's look at what we are going to accomplish by the end of the session. By the end of the session, you should be able to explain project termination process, describe project closure preparation, and explain final report. In most situations, especially during software development, going out of schedule is inevitable. This undesirable situation might affect the rise of project cost, rise of project team stress level, constant pressure of the customer, and worst of all, the possibility that the contract could be breached. The level of public awareness and project managers' commitment increase as a project goes, especially when it comes to the last point of the project. When you reach the final task, you are required to get all project documents to be compiled and signed off by the project owner. Remember that a project is not completed when the final product scope is done. It is completed only when closure is completed. This effort will include administrative activities such as collecting and finalizing all the paperwork needed to complete the project, and technical work to verify that the product of the project is acceptable. It will also include any work needed to transfer the completed project to those who will use it and return all resources back to the customer. In any situation, ignoring project closing is a real mistake, as the work to be done during closure is extremely important to the customer. A project can be closed due to many reasons. Besides meeting the project objectives, it can be due to poor initial planning and market prognosis, or you have found a better alternative to replace the project. Sometimes, some organizations may change their vision and mission that may not require you to proceed with the project. Hence, your project is no longer applicable to the company's business. The other thing is, the key people of the project have left the company. Hence, it may also no longer important to proceed. Time and cost are the most important things when you do a project. When either one is exceeded, you are advisable to discuss with the project sponsor on next step whether to proceed or to close. Normally, if both have exceeded more than 50% of what you have planned, therefore, it is better for you to close it. As part of project closure, all documents that you have prepared during the project implementation are required to be compiled and hand over to your customer as listed in the slide. Formal sign-off is important because it indicates the customer considers the project completed and accepts the whole project. Formal sign-off in a contracting situation constitutes legal acceptance. Without that acceptance, one cannot be sure the project was successful. Imagine that the team never gains formal acceptance. They move on to other projects. Then the customer calls for additional scope to be added to the project. How difficult would it be to regroup the team to perform the new work? Gaining formal acceptance helps ensure this is not necessary. Well, we have covered our IT project management from project initiation to the project closure. I hope the 8 sessions have given you a better understanding on the subject that can be applied to your project management skills. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best in your studies.